Hey, welcome back everybody. Well, I'm sorry I didn't bring you along, but I got this motor back together. I got this in the mail the other day. It must have had a piston that got exploded. It was just full of junk. So it was just I had to take it, pop it apart. You can see where I put it back together. I had to clean it out, and it was just a job. And I just kept going, and I put it all back together about this far. Now, I'm waiting on is the piston. And it might not get here from 24th on to 29th, or who knows. So this is going to be this is a 700 block from a 2012. Had about 1,000 miles on it. This is my old one. This is the one that was a 650. Now, to figuring out why did this motor here fail. Now, one thing he told me it had like 1,000,000 miles on it. Not really, but he had a lot of miles on it. So here's the crank, and I showed you how bad that was. There's a copper thing that goes in the middle here to hold these bearings. I don't know if you can see those bearings down there. Can you see the bearings down there? See them? Yeah, the roller bearings. Now, if you look at this crank, you see there's a copper piece around that. So it's a copper, but it holds those bearings into each place. Let me back out here, around here, to keep them equally spaced. Well, that failed. Now, why did that fail? Did it get something in it? Who knows what it was. It just wore. I think it just wore. And here's my theory on why this motor probably went. Like you said, it had a lot of miles on it. This piston, this is out of the 650. See how scored up that has been slapping the wall. You can tell. Hard. Look at this side here. Hard hitting the side of this cylinder. You can kind of see it's got a trail there. And you can feel the grooves in there. You can kind of see it down there. So probably what is this has got really slapping around in there, which started vibrating, which was making noise, called that piston slap. And I think what it did is this was kind of doing, really working on this, probably running a little at an angle, just wasn't. And I think what it did is eventually just wore that piece of copper stuff out, and then it was done. That's my get on what happened to this engine and why it failed like that. Like I said, it was still running, you see, but I think that's the reason this engine failed. Which, can you prevent it? Who knows? If you start hearing a noise coming from there, you can hear that piston slap generally, but you just don't know. So there ain't really much you can do. It comes down to this, especially as many miles as he said he had on this one. That's probably what happened. So I wanted to share that. So if you start hearing your motors make some noise, Polaris does that too. I had one that done that before, and it finally just blew. The piston just went on it. So, all right, well, that's what I have now. I'll be coming back with you probably. I got to, which I've already had this on another video. The head over there, I'm going to put new valve seals in it. I probably won't show that. I've already have a video on how to do that. So if you want to look back, you can see a video on how to change out the valve seals. That's what generally goes to on them. And so, of course, I'll try to bring it on when I'm putting it all back together. Because I'm going to put it together out here before I put it in there. It's just easier. It does weigh a little more, but it's easier. So I'll turn you back on. I just wanted to bring you on and show you that and give you an idea what's going on here. I'm doing a few things on here, trying to get this brake. I'll put that new brake line on there, so I'm trying to bleed this brake to get it working. Sometimes they can be a pain. I need to just break down and go buy one of those brake tools that you squeeze and it pushes the fluid through. Probably eventually get tired of messing with these. You'll probably do that. So, all right, hey, well, welcome back, and like I said, I'll bring you on if you want to follow this project, and I got this one coming up, this brute force. I'm going to be putting this engine in, the brute force. That's coming up too, so subscribe, guys, and come along with me, and let's play around with some of these ATVs, put them back together, try to figure out what's wrong with them. I enjoy doing stuff like this, being out in the garage and messing around with these. It's kind of a challenge sometimes to figure out what's wrong. Like this one here, I had no idea. I just kind of figured out that it was not good the way it sounded, and it had to go. I had to take it apart, so I just started taking it apart. I started taking it apart here on the thing just to see if I can figure it out. Come to find out, it was deep. It was deep. It was that. And once I pulled off the cylinder, I knew what was up. So, all right, guys. Hey, I want to stop talking, and hey, come back, come along with me, and let's have some fun in the garage. And hey, thanks for coming with me now and watching me, and try to keep them coming. And like I said, you can comment on what you have. Sometimes I'm good about getting back. Sometimes I'm not. I'm not very tax heavy sometimes, but you guys have a good one. Take care. All right, guys. Hey, I got this thing to work. Works great. I just used my little bleeder and pushed the air out and got it out. So I just want to show you, got that all together and going good. I got my putting up this engine. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'll put it up and do something with it. Guess I might could try to sell a case or some parts in it. Put it on Craigslist and see if anybody needs anything. And I got these all installed on there. Those were a little bit of a job, but because you got to take that apart to get to that, and then you got to tighten it up real good. So, but I got that all in there. Now I'm going to work. This is going to be my next project. Which, like I said, I've already shown how to take these off and put a new valve seal. And here's my kit. And I got the valve seals right here. So I'll be putting that on there, and then I'm going to be at a standstill. One thing I lost I got to look around here somewhere. There's a thing that goes around this. It's like a gasket. I mean, I can buy one for $10, but I know I had one. I pulled it off, and I don't know what I did with it. I have to see. I need to just clean up shop. It's been getting to be a mess. Clean up shop first before I start anything else, and go from there. Probably find it, and then how it goes. But kind of got me open here. I'm going to get rid of some more of this stuff. So, okay, well, I go a little farther here. I'll bring you along. I added this. This is going to be onto another video that I started. So I finished out the last one like I was going to finish it, but I didn't. So here's some more. So hey, if you want to follow me on my projects, like I said, subscribe. Hey, comment if you got any good ideas or something you want to talk about or whatever that. I'll try to do my best. I'm not the best responder, but always going to have some projects going on. You got to keep things moving. So I'll bring you back on. Have a good day and take care.